Good morning, my friends. I hope everybody's doing fine today and you're all having a good day. And hopefully, you're not, the heat's not getting to you. This is Lynn, and I'm from Blessed Handcrafted Creations. I'm the designer behind the scene. And today I want to work on the August box that I got from Beadbox Bargain. It's a Saguaro Sunset. So I've already done a few things, put together a couple things because I just been learning how to do this. So I did these little it's wire wrap or wire braiding. So I did these little pieces and I'm going to include those in my necklace. And I did these little connectors here. I'm going to be using those in the necklace today. So we have this. And I hope I'm staying in frame today. I'm really trying. So I have that. And I have some colored tiger tail here. Excuse me. Let me find my little bag. And then I've got some 4 by 2.5 millimeter red rainbow jasper faceted Heishi beads. A $6.99 retail value. We're going to be using some of those. Excuse me. And I have 8 millimeter rainbow jasper round beads. Those are $6.99 too. That is what I actually used in these. So I have these. We're going to be putting together some of those. It's going to just be a simple necklace. I have these little 6 millimeter detailed bicone spacer beads in antique copper. They're lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. Not sure yet if I'm going to include them, but I do have them out just in case I decide to do it because I design on the fly. So we're going to get a few of those out just in case. And then we also have this 34 by 23 millimeter red jasper and brass teardrop pendant antique copper. So we have that. And this is the pendant we're going to be using today. So I hope you can see that really well. So we're using that. We are going to be using some of this 4 by 3 millimeter textured oval cable jewelry chain, antique copper, lead-free, nickel-free. So we're going to be using that. And then also the clasp that came in them. There's 3 pieces in here, hook and eye clasp, antique copper, lead-free, nickel, or cadmium-free, excuse me. So that's what we're going to be working on today. First of all, let's go ahead and give God the glory. Dear Father in heaven, we come to you today and just want to praise you and give you all the glory, God, for everything you do for us and for watching over us, taking care of us, and providing for us. And God, I pray that you will, whoever's watching my videos and the rest of the world out here, I pray that you will look after them, be with them, keep them safe, and answer their prayers, and whether they be spoken and unspoken. And Lord, I thank you for everything you've done in my life. And I just ask you to be with me as I make this video. And Father, I just want you to know that all the praise goes to you. Thank you, Father in heaven, for everything you have done for me and you do for us. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. All right. So I want to use this colored tiger tail that I have. I'm going to cut it probably, I'm going to cut extra because I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do earrings today too, but I don't think I'll have the time because I have something going on at 11 o'clock my time. So I think we're going to go ahead and cut this about 16 inches because I am going to be using the chain. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this. I don't want it to be too long, so we got our wire there. Go ahead and try to wrap this back up because tiger tail likes to fly. It just loves to fly everywhere. I'm going to find my little, there it is. And I don't know what it is about this step, but it just likes to fly. So, I thought I had everything ready here. I got my tools out here. Got to get my little clamps. So first of all, we're going to put our pendant on. Maybe. Well, already not, my hands are already hurting today because I made these, and like I said, it's my first time making them. So it's a couple of them I had to do, well, each one of them I think I had to do 2 more times. Let me get my Hisha beads up in here. And I'm not sure if these are big enough to do what I want to do with them. They might go under the pendant, but we're going to give it a shot. And we're going to see if this idea will work out. We want to put I think I want to use 5 of these. Get these back out of the way here. We're just gonna, it's a design on a fly, so trial and error here to see what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. So let's see how this is gonna go, because what I want to do is probably have these, this pendant where it's sitting on these little Hisha beads. So we're gonna put 5 on that side. We're gonna do 5 on the other side. And like I said, this is just going to be a simple little necklace. Yeah, I think this is going to work out. This is what we have. They probably will still move around a little bit, but once we get some other stuff on there, this will tighten up a little bit too. So this is what we got so far. And then second, let me check the bead caps that came with this month. I'm not sure if I want to use the bead caps or not. Give me just a second here. Sorry about that. Kind of, like I said, design on a fly, so kind of figuring out. I thought we got bead caps. Yeah, we do. So I might want to put some bead caps on there just to give that a little bit in between some of the beads here to start out with, because we're just going to be using those beads. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this end here so I can work off the other end. I am right-handed, so I tend to go right to left. So, but let's go ahead and let's try some bead caps and see what they're going to look like on this. And then we'll know, or we're going to, maybe we'll go with the spacer beads. See what we think. Okay, this is the bead cap. So now I want to see what it's going to look like with the spacer beads in between. This wire is a little bit stiff to work with, but I'm glad I decided to get some colored, because then, I mean, probably won't see a lot of it, but just in case. Oops. Sometimes these bead caps have these little straw things in them, so I don't know. Which do I want to use? Looks like kind of like that better. It gives a little bit, you know. I think we're going to go that route. We might switch off. We might do some bead caps, but we'll see. I think we're going to do 3 sets of this. Well, for some reason, I can't get my spacers to go in. Oh, there it is. See this little seed? Sometimes they have those in there where it's just from where they've, the factory to keep the stuff from going inside is what I'm guessing. I don't really know. But they're in there. That's why my wire wouldn't go in. All right. Let's go ahead and we got there. I think there's another one in there. Maybe not. All right. So this is what we've got so far. What do you folks think? I mean, that's going to go down with the Hesha beads. Then I'm going to go ahead and I want to do 5 more Hesha beads. This will be our pattern here. And we're going to see if we like that. And if we like it, we'll continue with this one till we get it to the desired length. And like I said, I'll be putting chain on and I'll be putting those on. So I don't want this part to be really. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's going to be really cute. I'm going to really like that. So let's go ahead and we're going to do one more section like that. This one has a seed in it. I can see it. There's a little seed. I don't know if it's a piece of rice. I don't know what it is, but it's in there. So we're going to do 3 more of these. And I have more of these in my stash if I need those little spacers. But there's quite a few in this bag, so. Okay, this is our pattern here. So I always stop and look at my pattern and make sure, I've got everything that I need on there. And then we're going to go ahead and do 5 more Hesha beads. This part won't be very long because I will be adding I have some clamshells and stuff over there. So this focal here will not be too long. All right. I think I want to go ahead and add one of these at the end of this. Another little seed in there. Sometimes I have to take my reamer to get them out if they don't want to come out. That one doesn't. Let's get something, push him out of there. Well, hopefully. Goodness, he was really in there. All right, so I want to go ahead and end with this one. So let's look at this. Oh yeah, I really like it. I think it's cute. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to tag off this other end and we're going to go back, finish that side, and then we'll see from there what we want to do next, if we want to add some more link to it. So let me get a little bit of stuff out of the way here and get these Hesha beads out here. Some more of those up there. Some more little caps over here, or spacers. Get those out of the way. All right, so let's go ahead and start our pattern over there. All right, we've got that part of the pattern done there. I have to move this down some more. I think I'm gonna have enough room there. There we go. Of course, we'll measure, measure it up and make sure it's even. It should be even with us doing that. I really want this to hang on those Hishi beads, so we'll have to see how that plays. If it doesn't, then we'll just figure something else out, I guess. Many a times I've tore stuff back down because I didn't like it after I had it finished, so. I still have my box that I'm working on from last month that is the Kambaba Jasper. I still have a lot of stuff to do in that one. But I'm trying to get some, I got a sale coming up in October. I haven't done one for a while, so I got a show coming up. So what I'm trying to do is build up some bracelets and earrings and things like that. And I started making some anklet bracelets. Let's see. Kind of want something a little different there. Like that one. What I'm doing is looking for some that's got some patterns in it. So it's a little bit different. Let's see, I don't remember if I put, yeah, let's put one on there. 5 more Hishi beads. Make sure I did it over there, yeah. I was making sure I put my caps on. And unfortunately, I don't have any antique copper clamshells, so I have to do something, use something different. But mixed metals are in, so that's a good thing. All right, we should have, we're gonna clamp this off, check our pattern here, make sure we're good. Actually, I want to put these caps back up because I don't want to, I got too much stuff out here and I don't like to have a lot of stuff in my way because I do tend to knock stuff off. So let's give me just a second here, put these bead caps up and out of the way because we didn't use them. All right, so this is what we have. Well, I really like this too, but we're going to go ahead and check our pattern and make sure. Okay. All right, that looks good to me. So there we have this. Show y'all what we have. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start getting ready to tie this off. Hopefully I don't drop them. I got my crimpers out here. I did get some new crimpers and I'm hoping it works. So unfortunately I don't have, like I said, any in the right color. It doesn't matter about the crimp tubes themselves because you won't see those, but the clamshells is what you have to see. I have some, I think, that are antique copper, but the problem is they only have the one little, I'll have to use them eventually, but I like the ones that have these, each side has it when you close it up. So we're going to slide that on there. Next, we're going to put on our crimp tube. And since this is our first end, I'm just going to crimp it down here. If you can see, I'm going to go to this this one right here on my crimpers, hopefully. Well, this might be a little bit thinner, so I'm not sure here. But we're going to make sure that's crimped really good. try to turn this so I can try to, if possible, squeeze it together. But not sure if it's going to work on this. Nope, it's going to leave it too loose. Let me try my magic crimper here. I don't use it too often because I don't like it too well after I bought it. But let's just see if we can get it in here and maybe get it to make a little circle or something there where it'll fit in there a little bit tighter. So and I just broke my crimp. See, you don't want to do that. I just broke my crimp too, so that's a no-no. Back to the drawing board here. So with our new crimp tube in, because just crimp tubes right now are so expensive and they break, you know, it's not good to break them. So go ahead and move that down a little bit. So, but I want to make sure this crimp tube is good and tight here. What I'm trying to do is bend this in the middle, and these are bead-along crimp tubes, so I'm not sure what's going on with them, but that's not going to work, it don't look like. Like I said, they won't be seen. They'll be inside of there, so the big thing is to make sure that they don't come undone. And I need my glue because I do put glue in mine. So we're going to pull our clamshell up, and before I cut this off, I'm going to test it, make sure that that is tight, and then it's not going nowhere. There we go. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut off this excess. Cut this down almost all the way down. Pull up my clamshell, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue out. Well, maybe if I can get it open. My hands are hurting a little bit after I did all that stuff with, goodness. I might have to get a different tube or something if I can't get this open. Must be stuck in there with glue. Oh, goodness, I cannot get this. Oh, there we broke loose. Oh, look at all that glue that was on there. That's the problem. I like these little tubes because I can get more precise, but the only thing I'm finding out is there's not much in them. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put a little dab on this, and then I'm going to put a dab on each side. You don't want to get too much in there because it will come out. So, and it just takes a little dab. And it dries pretty quick, so it's pretty hard. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to close up my clamshell. Got this. I'm just going to use my fingers, close that up best I can with my fingers. And then I always use this little, it's a wire straightening tool, but I use it because that way I don't, when I squeeze it shut or try to adjust these to line these little holes up, I'm less likely to leave a big dent in my clamshell. All right, that one's good. Now we're going to take and we're going to move all these down this way to that one that's done. We're going to unclamp this, and then we're going to make a circle here because we want to make sure we have some movement in it. We don't want it to be really stiff. With this clamshell, I do try to open it all the way as flat possible as I can so I can get down in there. And then on this crimp tube, it's going to go all the way down. So we got it just like that. And I want to make sure my beads are down. I don't have a lot of play in them or anything like that. Wrap that back up. And then I'm going to take my crimpers in here. And when I kind of hold it down with a little bit of pressure, putting down so that way I don't have any excess in there. So I know a lot of people just say you shouldn't crimp them like this, but mine's crimped, it's tight. We're going to give that a little tug to make sure it don't come off. It's good and tight. We're going to cut off this excess here. Then we're going to get our glue. We're going to put a little dab on each side. And then I always put a little dab on top right there. So, till I haven't used my glue for a few days, because I've been working on some different types, learning some new stuff. So, I'm going to take my fingers, try to get that where you can see it. I'm going to squeeze this as much as I can. I try to keep them straight and lined up as much as possible when I'm closing them, because it makes a big difference when you come up here and you get ready to put in jump rings or whatever you're going to do. So make sure that is good and closed all the way. Make sure the little holes are lined up at the top and closed together. It just makes it easier. So here's our first part. I'll get this out here where you can see it. We have this. This is what we have here. So we have that. And see how this ended up with on these beads that way, on those Hisi beads. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. All right. Now, next up, we're going to put these on. I'm not sure if we're going to need we'll probably have to put a jump ring in there. So get a couple small jump rings. I just want tiny ones. I don't want, anything great big to do this. So, I'll be right back. I got copper jump rings. Let me grab my copper jump rings. All right, they're already out. I was like, where are my copper jump rings? So last week I made a video and I was showing how to make this bracelet. And when I got done and got ready to watch it, my video for some reason turned off. And needless to say, I was not happy about that. So I only got 6 minutes of my video. I'm going to switch out my tools here. I don't need my flat nose for this. But yeah, I just want some little jump rings to attach this. And I'm going to have to see how it lays, whether I just need one jump ring or if I need two. We'll just have to see once it's on. So when you open your jump rings, you always want to go either towards you or away from you. You want to go out like this. Well, I'm telling you, and I can't even get a hold of him. So you want to go, well, I can't even, all right, it opened. So anyway, you want to bring it out like towards you. You never want to go like this. So, all right, I'm going to open this just a hair more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it here to my clamshell, which I love using clamshells. I have some other things that I like, but they don't have a way to connect them if I use them. They're a stopper thing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach that there. Like I said, this is going to be a quick and easy one because the next step we're going to be putting chain on there. If I can get it to work out here. Got the small jump rings because I don't want anything too big, but the problem's grabbing them here. So grab your jump rings and go the opposite way that you open them. You want to go back. I opened mine towards me, so I want to go back with them. And always make sure your jump rings are good and closed. You don't want to see daylight. Sometimes you might have to wiggle them. And for good measures, I always like to give mine a little squeeze up there to make sure they're good and shut. All right, so I hope you can see all this. I'm going to have to move this down because you won't be able to see it all. So, oh yeah, I think it's going to lay nicely. But, you know, we may not be able to tell how it's going to lay until I get it all together. And I may have to take it back apart, you know, and put a couple more jump rings in somewhere or something. But for right now, this is our goal. And if I have to do that, I will do that off camera. I won't have you guys sit and wait on me. Trying to get where, you know, videos aren't really long. That's why I'm going to try to start having some things done up ahead of time. Okay, we're going to go ahead and attach this one next. Well, I say we are. We had a storm come in yesterday, and it's kind of flared up my RA, so I'm dealing with that. So it makes me have headaches and kind of tired and stuff. But I don't let it stop me. I go and I go and I go. Life's too short to just, you know, sit around all day and do nothing. You got to enjoy your life. So I'm going to grab a hold of this one, hopefully get this closed up. I'm going to have to move that one a little bit. May have to open him back up because he's not where he's supposed to be. So, but yeah, I'm going to start learning to do some more links and stuff like that. And if I remember at the end, I'll show you the bracelet I made yesterday that's going to go with this. And I might try to do some earrings like this too. Just depends. So let's see what we got here. All right. So far, this is what we have. I can't get the whole thing in there. I wished I could, but this is what we have so far. So let's hope it lays right. Next step, we're gonna, which is an easy step. This is a really easy, quick necklace, except for these parts that I made here. I want to measure this and see how long it is, so I'll know how I want my chain, how long I want my chain. So let's get this evened up. And we got, I don't measure it all the way to the pendant. I just measure it from here to the top of the pendant. We got 18 inches, so 18, 19, 20, 22. So I think I'm only going to need a couple inches of chain on each side. Unless I go to 24. Maybe I'll put 3 inches on. So this is our chain that we're going to be using. And I am going to double it. So if I want 3 inches, so it needs 6 inches because I will be doubling it. So I usually don't make really long chains or necklaces, but today might be a little different. I'm not sure if these open. Well, and I just dropped my size. Sorry about that, folks. Trying to, you know, I'm only human. So, get this one here. And I think these links do come apart, so I'm gonna try it here. See if they open up. And they're really little. It's hard for me to get a hold of them. Make sure I get the right one here. So we're gonna try to see if this link opens up. I get a hold of it. It's just really a dainty little chain, so I'm not sure if it opens or if I'll have to cut it, but we'll find out. I'm pretty sure it opens. Just gotta find the spot that it'll open. There we go. So I'm gonna pull this piece off. I'm gonna close this one back up. Get that in there. My goodness, I'm not having a very good luck at this today. Make sure that's closed all the way because I don't want it to come apart when I go to use it on the other piece. All right, so now let me find my wire. Oh, I'm not sure what I did with it. Maybe this will work. So what I do is we'll straighten this out a little bit so it's straight and don't have a bunch of waves in it. But what I do is I put my chain, I'll take the chain that I cut and I'll put it on here. I say I will. I'm telling you guys, I don't know if it's my eyes today or what's going on. So, okay. So I got this piece on here. And then my piece that's not cut yet, I'm going to put this on and I'm going to run my fingers down there. And I'm going to find my link that I need. That way I'll know they're the same size instead of measuring it off the board. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm having a hard time seeing this today. So which link do I need? All right. Looks like this one's got to come off. All right, got it. As long as I don't lose it. Drop it. So little, like I said, it's hard to get a hold of. All right. Take that off of there. Close this link back up. That way we don't, I love when they're come apart like this because we don't have to cut them and waste links. And every little bit helps when you're a jewelry maker. Goodness, I've got a glare on my glasses today for something. All right, so, well, what do we do here? There's the one. Oh, there it is. I was like, where did that go? Okay. So let me find the bag here, put my chain back in. I like to keep everything up when I'm done with it. Don't know, there's my pendant, that. Okay, I don't know where my bag is for these, but we'll find it. I don't know what that noise was out there, but just heard something. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a couple jump rings because it's not going to fit on that. Probably going to go up a size on this one. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open this jump ring just like I did the last one. Like this. I'm going to open that towards me. Again, that's how I do mine. You can do them back, but I do mine forward. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect it to my link. I'm going to reposition so I can get my chain on there. And what I like to do is I like to put a piece of chain on each side of it. So then I will grab on this side here. I'll bring the other end of the chain over and put that very last link on there. Then I want to close this up. Make sure it's good and closed. It's always better when you have a bigger size jump ring to work with. You can see it better. But I didn't want anything big. Okay, so that one's closed, and we have this right now. This is what we have. Then what I'm going to do up here, I'll show you that in a minute as soon as I get this one on here. I'm going to try to find the middle of that and put the jump ring on for the clasp. And I've never used one of those eye and hook ones, so I'm got to figure that out. So, but we'll do it. This jewelry or wire work is new to me. I just started it, so let's, you know, maybe when I get better and when I get faster, I'll do a video and show you all how I did mine. Excuse me, my voice today. Because everybody does everything their own way. Nobody does anything the exact same way. So it's nice to watch different people and learn different methods. And then you just find what's the best way for you. And you might find something that's not even that they do is exactly right for you. And so you might have to make your own adjustments and do what's right for you. So, all right. So there's that one on there. And I'm going to get the clasp out here. Like I said, I've never used them, so I'm not sure how to even hook these on yet. But I'll open them and look at them here. They're really cute. So, I'm not sure how this works. I would say this goes through here probably, yeah. So, to figure this out. So we'll go probably like that. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to the best I can to find the middle of my chain. And then I'm going to put a jump ring through that middle, which it looks like that one right there is the middle. So I'm going to try to go a little bit bigger jump ring, next size up on these. And I will add, I will do that. Let's go ahead and get this jump ring picked up. Get this open. Again, you want to open your jump ring towards you like this. Don't ever pull your jump rings like this because you will pull them out of shape. So just take them and grab both sides, pull like that. Sometimes I have a little problem with this, you know, on the chain, getting these through there. So hopefully this is going to be centered. I think I want to put another jump ring on there after I get this done. Let's make sure that's centered though, as best as we can get it. It's really hard to do sometimes, so you just have to kind of do the best you can, you know, getting it centered. And looks like, yeah, I didn't quite center it because my chains are a little different on each side. I need to go over one more. So we'll take this out. I'm going to go over one more length, and that should even it out. So I'm going to remember which link I have here before I take that out. All right, well, maybe. Whoops, I just dropped it again. Let's see, yeah, that's a lot better. It's a lot more centered there. And what it is with getting it centered the best you can is so when your chains are laying, you know, side by side like this, then you're not going to have a lot of play. Like one's not going to be a lot longer on one side than it is on the other. So I think we got that one. Let me run my fingers up here and see what we got. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. All right. So I want to go ahead, I'm going to get some more jump rings, but I want to go ahead and connect another jump ring onto that one before I put that clasp in there. That way I'll just have a little extra, you know, wiggle room in there. So I'm believing my clasp is going to go on like this. And then we're going to close our jump ring back up. Like that. Make sure they're good and closed. I always give mine a little squeeze. And see, I can still see light through that. I don't want that. So I'm just going to wiggle it back and forth just a little bit. Try to get that closer. Still a little bit of daylight through it. Sometimes you just have to open them back up and try to move them a little closer. There we go. So we got that. I'm going to give it a squeeze for good measure. Make sure it's good and tight. And also that when you squeeze it like this, it'll help harden it. You know, just squeeze it, making that a little bit harder. Just like if you're taking a hammer or something and going to it. So we need a couple more jump rings here. They're hard to open for some reason. Oh, goodness. Want to do the same thing over there. Did I get two bigger ones? Let's see. Yeah, I need to go the next size down. Get these two. All right, I got to make sure I close those good because let me tell you, I had a mess. I thought I closed my container and I didn't. And I knocked them off and they were everywhere. I'm telling you what. And I was like, Lynn, what did you just do? Then I ended up, I didn't sort them because it would have took me days to sort them. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to try to, the best we can, to find that middle. So it might take me a second here. I want to really make sure that I, you know, get it centered the best I can. So I think we're going to go with this one. No, I missed him. Missed it completely. Now I'm not sure if that's the right one. I've got a fingernail that's getting ready to break. And it is getting caught and everything. And I'm like, oh, I'm trying to keep it from breaking. But I don't know if it's going to happen. They are my natural nails. I don't go, you know, get them done or anything like that. So they're just my natural nails. And I paint them. I do all that stuff myself. Even though I'm not the best, I still do it. I just, you know, maybe go get a manicure or something like that. But I just don't, sorry about this. I'm having problems trying to find the right one and get that in there. Goodness. I have to go under that if I can. I'm sure there's easier ways to do this, but this is how I do it. And did I get 2 of those? Nope. All right, we're gonna try this, and hopefully I grabbed the right one this time, and then I don't have to redo it. Make sure our jump ring's good and close. Give it a squeeze. Always give mine a couple little squeezes, you know, just to maybe harden it up a little bit. So let's get this laid out. Make sure that's pretty much even up there. Oh, goodness. Goodness. I'm not having much luck today. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. So my chain's, you know, not longer than the other when it hangs down. Let's go ahead and put this last jump ring on and our clasp, and then guess what? We will be actually done today. Oh, here's the nail, and it's breaking more. I don't know if you can see that right there. But it's trying, when it breaks, it's going to break all the way down there. So I'm probably going to have to cut it off, because I don't want it to just break like that on its own. So we're going to hook this one in. We're going to hook this one in. And squeeze that. All right, let's move everything out of the way here. Hopefully I connected this right. Looks like that's how it goes. So there it is. There is our finished necklace. So we've got the chain. All of that. Look at that. I think it's absolutely stunning. So that being said, I don't think, let me see if I have an extra thing that I can put this on. Yeah, I'll just take this one off. I'm going to put this on there. Maybe y'all can see it a little better. I'm not going to be able to see the chain. It's a little long. So I'm going to have to take a picture of it laying down and probably on this, because it's not going to fit too well on this. It's really too long. I think I need to maybe hook my chain up or something. I'm going to have to figure it out. So anyway, this is it. This is what she is. Which you can't see it too well but on this, but I'm going to have to figure something out. So anyway, that's it. We are done today. And I will get that picture taken care of later and get it on the website. So anyway, folks, that's it for today. And I want to thank you for watching the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and then hit that button and hit all so you can get all my videos. I just keep improving each time. And I want to start showing different items, like once I get better at the wire wrapping, the braiding, and stuff like that, I'll do some videos on that. But please make sure, if you have subscribed, to hit that thumbs up, because it really helps me in the system, the algorithm and stuff. And I really need subscribers. So if you like this video, I really appreciate it for you to subscribe and to like it. Even if you don't want to subscribe, please hit the thumbs up for me. So that's it, folks. So let's thank God for the ability to do this, and we'll be done. Dear Father in heaven, I come to you, and I thank you for the ability to put this necklace together, the ability to do this video. And Lord, I thank you for everybody out here that's watching it. And I pray that you'll take care of all of them and everybody else out in this world, Lord. because we know we all need you, Lord, and you always do so much for us. The glory goes to you, Father in heaven. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, I praise you. Amen. Amen. Bye-bye, folks. This is Lynn from Blessed Handcrafted Creations. You all stay blessed. Have a great day. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to laugh. And don't forget to give somebody else a little sign or something. Make them feel good. You know, just, hey, your hair looks good today. Or, oh, you got such a cute outfit. Or, you know, to gentlemen, you know, thank you for your service. Just little things like that. It really changes a person's day. So y'all, thank you. And once again, please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, make sure you do the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. God bless you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.